Rec Hall is going to be rocking for number 5 Wisconsin, number 7 Penn State. And tonight's starting lineups are presented by Unleaded 88. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Badgers. Hagerty, Dwello, Retke, Hart, Hilly, and Barnes. Of course, Tiffany Clark, the great libero. That's the Wisconsin starting lineup. And the Nittany Lions starting lineup under Russ Rose. Kathy back in there. She missed the Rutgers game. Johnny Parker, Serena Gray, Caitlin Horde, Gabby Blossom, Jenna Hapton, and Kendall White, last year's Big Ten Defender of the Year. Take a look at the series history. All time, Penn State has been formidable, but Wisconsin has won the last 2, and they come in there with that confidence, knowing that they've won the last 2.
Absolutely, and I think, there's something to be said about being confident at this point in the season, feeling good about how you're playing, feeling good about the level. They understand the magnitude of this match and understand how important it is, but still, having a little bit of an edge, a little bit of swag helps.
There you see number 3, Kendall White, the senior from Zionsville, Indiana. The students are not around, but still an outstanding crowd, as it always is. Both these programs get great crowds. Gotta remind everybody, Wisconsin, if they win tonight, they will celebrate the Big Ten title outright, their first since 2014. However, if Penn State wins, we mentioned that pumpkin pie, they still have a shot at a share of the Big Ten title. So super exciting here tonight.
It's so exciting because everyone's in it for something, and everyone is battling for their lives at the end of the season.
All right, Wisconsin in their red tops, Penn State in their white tops. So great to be with Salima Rockwell. She played here, and she was an assistant coach for 3 national championship teams from Penn State, as the rafters are loaded with Penn State volleyball banners here. Back row, Clark and Hilly, the setter of the week, playing with Dana Retke. So savvy, one of the best players in the country.
Well, this is a smart play. The ball's passed. She can't quite get her feet there, and she knows, hey, I can just fling this ball over the other side of the net and score. That's the thing that I've seen with Sydney Hilly. Just get smarter and smarter as the season goes on.
Tiffany Clark. Clark, back row dig, not there. Point right down the middle for Penn State, coming from Gray.
Well, this is Penn State's strengths. Their middle attack is without a doubt their strength, and you're going to see Wisconsin's going to camp out, have 2 blockers on their middles on a perfect pass, and if they can go over the top, they're going to still do it.
Good to see Kathy back in there. She didn't come. First service error, as Gray, after getting the point, goes right into the net, and it's 2-1 Wisconsin. The Badgers 21-5. Hard to believe at one time they were level in non-conference play, but they have lit up the Big Ten, short of 1 loss against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Izzy Ashburn, better servers in the conference. And point Penn State able to tool it. Kelly Sheffield, what a job he's done at Wisconsin. 790 winning percentage, coming over from Dayton, and he has settled in nicely.
He really has, and he's done a fantastic job with this program from the minute he got there. High levels recruits coming in, playing at a high level, training. Really has done a fantastic job.
Retke on the slide and the kill. Dana Retke, as we mentioned, Retke and Hilly both on the Big Ten Players of the Week notice.
And this pass, this allows Sydney Hilly, she can pretty much set Dana Retke for anywhere. She's got what we call a big window. You can kind of just throw that ball out there at her, and she can go up and get it. But it's nice because Sydney Hilly is still able to run that offense, even when it's not a perfect pass.
Service errors are equal. Perhaps a little bit of nerves. No nerves for Russ Rose. 41 amazing seasons. He told us today, at the end of the day, it's just a volleyball game. Win or lose, doesn't matter. We got another one tomorrow.
Well, and that's really his mentality, and I think that's why the Penn State teams do so well night after night. It's because they don't overlook any teams. They don't put more weight on one program over another.
Just chilling pregame. That's his thing, right?
That's his spot. He sits there every match since I've known him. He's been sitting in that spot, but that's his thing. He's got his routines just like anybody else.
He had serve and pass today. He just simply said, as that one was out of bounds, hey, Lima. And he just strolled over, and he gave you all the goods.
He does. He likes to talk to me on the side. He'll give me a couple nuggets, some I can use on the air, and some I got to keep to myself, but it's good.
Great start here, tied at 4. Kendall White took a little speed off of that serve. Across, and the finish there for Wisconsin, Danielle Hart. And it's been the emergence of Hart which has been key for Wisconsin.
It has. And you look at this short serve here where Penn State's trying to block scheme. So you look at, hey, we can get Loberg passing this ball short, maybe out of the offense, and double up on Hart. I don't know if that is something they're looking to do and strategize with their serving play.
Penn State able to tool it off of Duello. And back and forth they go. It has been back and forth. We're tied at 5.
And Duello is such a fantastic blocker and has actually gotten better and better as these years gone on. And I think they know they need to hit high hands, tool off the block to be able to hit over and around Duello.
Burrell serving really on a platter and finished again there by Duello.
Now, this is something that Penn State's really going to have to keep an eye on. This 2-ball that Duello likes to run in the middle of the court, they can just stack everybody over on the other side, run a slide, and have her just come up the middle. You have to make some decisions, and a lot of times she's just one-on-one and hard to defend.
You know the story, Lauren Barnes, the rich get richer, coming over from Minnesota. Wisconsin has added a specialist, and she's so great from the service line.
She is.
There's contact going to be important for Penn State. In the ladder and finished by Gray.
And this is the pass that determines everything. And I tell you, it's really tough. And both teams are going to be in a 2-person service seat at some point in the evening. And they've got 2 people passing the ball and are able to handle it. It's tough in this conference, but to be able to control the ball like both sides are doing right now, they can run their offense.
Haggerty on the pin with the finish. Speaking of great passing, Haggerty timed it perfectly.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You serve this ball right to Clark. It's right in her lap, and she can groove this ball. Hard to get a close block on this play.
Great work from the libero to the setter. Tooling it. So nice to see Kathy back in there. She had that knee wrap today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything going on or not, but she didn't play earlier, but she was back full swing ahead here.
Did not travel to Rutgers. Part of the reason, according to the coaching staff, was it was a bus ride and just didn't feel like it was going to be comfortable. So she stayed back in Happy Valley. Retke dug out. And Clark colliding there in the back row. The Penn State point off the dig.
And this is what I'm excited to see this over the course of the evening. Blossom lays out for this ball, and they're able to keep it in play. But the defensive players on both sides of the net are going to be some of the best defensive players you're going to see at any point in the season. From the liberos to their DSs.
First service ace coming for Penn State. And Penn State with a 2-point lead.
And this is exactly what we talked about. You'll see Molly Haggerty's kind of in the passing pattern, but not really. Barnes is kind of shading over to the side, wants to take a lot of the ball from her, and if you can thread that needle and force her to move and not pass a good ball, that's going to be a good situation.
Another dig from Blossom. Scramble coming. So Penn State can set up their offense. Cross popped in the air. Into the crowd, Haggerty with the save, and back-to-back free opportunities for Penn State. And able to tool it off of Retke. Point Penn State, as you can't give Penn State too many free looks.
No, you really can't. I mean, they're digging to balls. Wisconsin's doing a nice job keeping the ball alive, but sending free balls over is going to be trouble. They had a little miscommunication with Serena Gray and Jenna Hampton for a minute, but they sorted it out.
It was 7-6 Wisconsin, a 4-0 run. And there's the Jenks second service error for Penn State. They've got 2, Wisconsin has 1. The lead is 2, though, for Penn State.
And you know, with service pressure is going to come errors. So you gotta play, you know, hey, how tough can I serve here? How much can I thread the needle and serve exactly who I want to serve without making an error? And it's a tough balance. For both sides, we're going to see some of this.
Ashburn on the serve. By Blossom, pushed over by Kathy. Haggerty Haggerty, the far side pin from our position. Penn State, amazing at home. They're 12-2 at Rec Hall this season, 8-0 against the Big Ten at home. The last Big Ten loss, the mighty Badgers, a year ago, November 24th. Great service from Ashburn. And once again, they've been able to tool it. We were wondering how they were going to handle Redke, and they're going through her right now.
They're going through her blocking-wise. It's a little bit of speed in the offense, but again, it's because of the pass. They're able to handle the ball well. Hold her for just a split second causes that seam in the block, and you're going to see both teams serving tough. They're going to work the seams, work past their hitters when available.
Great start for Parker with 5 kills, answered far side by Haggerty. Haggerty.
Man. It's a healthy swing. Another perfect pass by Clark. Gets Horde a little bit late to close the block, and she's able to unload on this. So you're going to watch Wisconsin serve away from Kendall White as much as possible. She's going to steal every ball she possibly can, but they're going to work on serving the half of the court where Kendall White isn't.
Tori Gorell climbing the ladder up and over. Great use of her fingers right there. And a big point for Penn State. Johnny Parker, incredible start. 5 of 6 on attack so far, hitting .833. Now back with his powerful serve. Clark, saved by Hilly. And finished by Loberg. Loberg, remember, 21 kills the last time she faced Penn State.
She went off the last time she played Penn State. And you could see her as the match went on, her confidence grew and she got better and better. So, and Penn State's very aware of her and the matchups with her over the top of Blossom right now.
12-11, biggest lead of the game has been 3 in favor of Penn State. Sliding over was Danielle Hart. Recke back row, first contact, Hilly. Dug out by White, stuffed at the net. Caitlin Horde was ready,
Ball, they thought it was up, ball was down. I don't know.
Caitlin Horde.
Horde goes up to block this ball, and I think Wisconsin thought Hilly, I think that's Hilly, pancaked the ball. But doesn't look like they got the call, and there's no challenge here.
So White will serve after the Caitlin Horde stuff. And right back the other way, though, is Loberg. Loberg, the junior from Geneva, Illinois.
Loberg's taking advantage of this matchup, so you're going to see her attack a lot of line over the top of Blossom. You'll watch Kendall White shade. She might have to rotate a little bit more down the line to play some defense behind Blossom with Loberg over the top.
Hart, Loberg, and Torello at the net, and Hart in the middle. Danielle Hart, Kelly Sheffield, he's a quote machine, right? As he spent pretty much the entire serve and pass with us, but he was singing the praises of Miss Hart.
Oh, no. Well, anyone that's been watching them knows that she's continued to get better, and Sydney Hilly has more and more confidence in her, setting her early in the match, setting her more and more, and she's playing fantastic right now.
There she is, playing to the cameras, right? With the attention. Danielle Hart has given Wisconsin the lead. And thinking it was in bounds, they're saying, nope, they'll give it. They'll give the point to Penn State. Great movement here. We might have a challenge as Gray comes over.
Looks like she's going for a touch off the left side of left hand of Loberg.
So Kelly Sheffield. Tied at 14. Another incredible season for Big Ten volleyball. Let's see, what are you seeing here, Salima?
Well, they're calling a touch, but they said that he's calling it in, but you can challenge a touch or in. But it looks like you're getting either an in call or a touch call, so Kelly Sheffield's up here saying, hey, I'd like to challenge.
Kelly Sheffield. So Kelly Sheffield with the challenge here, Salima. So you're right. If it didn't hit Lober, it gets out.
So, and I think that's if we watch Gray after she hits the ball. She's calling for a touch off that left hand.
See if you can see any trajectory change there of the ball.
You know, it's so tough to see. Let's see if we can see it from this angle. She reaches outside. It's going to be interesting. It has to be conclusive. They have to, without a doubt.
This might be a solid use of the challenge here by Kelly Sheffield. Based on that last look, it looked clean. It looked like Lober did not get a hand on it. And you saw also as part of the clean comment, that ball was out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure. For sure was out of bounds. But I guess the question is, did she touch the ball? The refs are going to go back. They're going to go to their DVS replay system. We're looking at it again. Hard to see. Everyone that has heard me at this point knows that I'm kind of blind too, so I might be wrong.
Well, it definitely hits the tape. So I think.
I don't know.
Let's check Loberg's fingers right there.
No, I don't think it hits.
Yeah, I think it did hit the tape as it went through, but
I'm kind of seeing something, but you know, I'll put my glasses on. So we'll see. They're gonna rewind that, go slow, forward, backwards, see what they're seeing, and see what we get.
Number 5, Wisconsin. Number 7, Penn State. Rec Hall, 14-14. Penn State's had the biggest lead so far. They were trailing 7-6, took the lead.
I'm not that blind.
So they're calling touch. Wow, so they're saying Lober got a piece of it. See, Kelly Sheffield has used one of his 3 challenges. Russ Rose looking on. Now Coach Sheffield's going to get an explanation after a lengthy review. Another incredible season for Big Ten volleyball. Wisconsin, Nebraska, Penn State, Minnesota, all top 10 teams. But a Tulit Duello with a point, and Wisconsin's got a 15-14 lead. Wisconsin trying to win a Big Ten title outright. Penn State still has a chance to get a share. A good one. The Badgers up by 1, 15-14. Welcome back to Rec Hall for our BTN block party. Wisconsin can win the Big Ten title outright with a victory over the Penn State Nittany Lions. Wisconsin sweeping Nebraska, sweeping Minnesota to get to this point, 17-1 on the Big Ten season. Kendall White might have something to say about it for the Penn State Nittany Lions. As we already told you, they're so good here at Rec Hall. The last time they lost was to this Badger team. So out of that timeout, Wisconsin serving at the net. Good work by Haggerty. Cleaned up, though, by the Nittany Lions. Down the middle, and the finish by Hart.
Oh, man. And that's Hilly just saving this ball. Big joust at the net. Smart heads-up play, and that's Hilly with a one-hand set to Hart. Beautiful set by Sydney Hilly.
Hart 3 for 4. Haggerty 3 for 4 for the Badgers. Back row dig by Clark. Hilly goes far side to Haggerty and blocked at the net. Good block by Serena Gray.
I think these are the balls, even in transition, if it's not a perfect pass or if it's out of system and they're able to set up their block perfectly. Big celebration. Clamping Haggerty on the outside.
Back pass to Hart, and Hart down the line for the point. Hilly, it's not just Hilly Redkey, it's Hilly Hart, it's Hilly Duello, it's Hilly Haggerty, it's Hilly everybody.
I told you, they have a ton of firepower.
Clark Burke serving. 17-15. Save there. Wright will send it over. Hilly down the middle. Retke with the kill, and Retke now's got 3. The effort into the stands.
Unbelievable play here by Hampton. But man, you just lay this high, slow one ball up there for Retke. She's going to absolutely unload on that ball.
So Retke now with 3 kills out of 4 attempts. The attack is on. The Badgers lead it by 3. All about family, including the Big Ten volleyball family. As always, the Big Ten, the class of the NCAA, as they've got 4 teams in the top 10 and several others that should make the NCAA tournament. We'll have more on that as we continue here, as it's 18-15, make it 19-15, Wisconsin on top.
And this is that block that I'm talking about with Duello. She's strong, she's in the air, times it perfectly, lines up, and if you take a big swing into the belly of that block, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Penn State needs to continue to work off the hands off of Duello on the right side of the court.
Wisconsin was hitting 647. They're hitting 619 now, but that is answered by Penn State. What a finish by the Nittany Lions.
We'll keep talking about that middle attack when they can get the balls to the middle early, establish it, then get their hitters one-on-one. But man, you mentioned the hitting percentages. It's ridiculous, astronomical right now. Wisconsin hitting 619 and Penn State hitting 417.
Hilly, one hand to Haggerty, as Haggerty now with 4 kills, as Haggerty 4 for 6 on attack.
Man, I mean, Hilly just has such a great feel for the ball. Look at that. Tees it up perfectly for Haggerty on the outside.
Russ Rose complimenting Sydney Hilly, saying she's a physical player at a position that not a lot of players are physical. She blocks well. She's got good speed. She does it all. That's Russ Rose talking about Wisconsin's Sydney Hilly. And blocked there, Retke and Haggerty together.
Another big block by Haggerty. Love this set by Blossom. But man, Kathy just swings right into the block. Again, they have to look for hands, go high hands when they're not in system.
It's a 7-2 run for Wisconsin. Parker tried to change that. Parker thought she tooled it. No, she didn't. It went over, so it'll be another point and 8-2 run for Wisconsin.
So you watch their serving strategy. They're going to work that half of the court with Hampton and try to see if they can catch Johnny in some kind of passing position and keep them a little off balance and setting the balls to the pins.
See the 8-2 scoring run. State Farm State of Success. We mentioned it earlier. Dana Retke and Sydney Hilly. They could be the State Farm State of Success every day, 352 days a year.
That's for sure. I mean, Sydney Hilly has established herself as not only the best setters in the conference, but in the country as well. And of course, everyone knows about Dana Retke, her time with the national team, what she's been able to do offensively and blocking wise. I mean, these two are an absolute fantastic and deadly duo.
Well, and they're roommates as well. And you've heard about OCD. I mean, Hilly, she is rigid. She is disciplined. Dana Retke saying their apartment is immaculate. Everything is structured. And you see it on the court as well.
You do. And it's, those type of players, that's what they like. And it's being in control of your situations and your environment. But, it's funny. We talked to Coach Sheffield about that earlier, and he said, she's gotten better at kind of going with the flow and getting better at things just kind of happening, not being lined up perfectly. And that's the evolution of a player as a person as they get older and understand they need to be able to do that.
Dana Retke came in as the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Johnny Parker, an All-American on the other side. She was 5 for 5 in her first 5 attacks. Her last 6 have gone the other way, though, and that has been part of Wisconsin's run.
It has been.
Serena Gray is hitting 1,000 for Penn State. That goes right through. Retke coming over. Now Retke now with 4 kills. So you got Hart, Haggerty, and Retke all with 4.
I tell you, they're feeling it. And right now, Penn State's kind of feeding a little bit into their defense. You'll see Caitlin Horde goes up and throws that ball where Tiffany Clark just shades over to the side and picks it up easy. They're going to have to be a little bit more strategic with where they're placing the ball right now.
2 points away from taking the first set is Wisconsin. Great communication by Ashburn. There's Hilly. Loves to do that dump. Read perfectly by Penn State. They were working on that in practice. And off of that dump, good work by Penn State. They get the point.
Well, and that's what they need to do. You see, again, Kathy doesn't swing as hard as she can to try and get the big monster kills. You don't need monster kills. You need the ball to hit the floor. That's it. So tooling, spatching, anything you can to get the ball to rattle. Be smart with your game. Let's see if Penn State goes over to Barnes here and try to catch her cheating to where Haggerty's leaving her some space.
DS Emily Shora. Back to Haggerty. Haggerty tools the block. And now Wisconsin just 1 point away from taking the first set.
Man, I think this is exactly what Penn State wanted to happen. They serve this ball short. You see Horde is in place and then is able to close and just doesn't press with her left hand. So much of the serving strategy is connected to your block. And you want to have a serving strategy and then say, this is what we want to do blocking-wise as a result of that.
Deep, and the first set goes to the Badgers. No, they're going to say deflected. Wisconsin was celebrating. Retke, they're giving that point back to Penn State. Kelly Sheffield's got his hand on his head right in front of us. He's a little confused, but they're going to give that point to Penn State. So 24-18.
He's not going to challenge it. These are hard to see, especially touches at the net. And sometimes, you know, you end up losing a challenge because it's tough to see at the net.
Parker rips it through the tape. Saved here. Can it make it over? It can. And that's all Parker with the fire through the tape.
Fire through the tape. Is that what that's called? Yeah, those balls that trickle off the top of the tape. You know, it's exciting, I guess, as a team that gets a point. Those are tough.
Parker. And the service error, though. Wisconsin taking the first set, and they're 2 sets away from winning their first Big Ten title since 2014. Kelly Sheffield's team, led by Molly Haggerty, with 5 kills. Retke's got 4. Danielle Hart's got 4. A complete team performance. Wisconsin takes set 1 over Penn State. Welcome back to Rec Hall, where Wisconsin takes set number 1, 25-19 over Penn State. Of course, it's that time of the year to crown a Big Ten title. It's also time to look at the NCAA tournament. We've got 6 locks for sure. Let's get Illinois over to that other side.
Yeah, you know, Illinois plays Northwestern this weekend, and they played them already once this week, and I'm feeling pretty good if they take care of what they need to do. They're gonna be in. Ohio State, I mean, they're in a tough spot. You know, they're actually not. They're at 14-16 right now. They need to win both matches this week in Iowa and Nebraska to even be eligible. So long stretch probably for the Buckeyes, but I think right now this is a pretty good situation for the Big Ten.
41 years, the top man, Russ Rose on the right, Kelly Sheffield looking to get another Big Ten title. Of course, he was the top man in 2014 when the Badgers won it. Johnny Parker, last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year, got off to that red-hot start, 5 for 5. Since then, 1 for 12. Don't forget, Wisconsin, they win this game, they own it. They clinch the outright Big Ten championship with a victory. Penn State can still earn a share if they can knock off the Wisconsin Badgers. Second set underway. The hustle from White. Kathy with a pushover. Open real estate, and Kathy gets a silent point there.
Smart play. That's what Penn State needs to do. Tip the ball over the top of the block. See if they can catch 2 players kind of running into each other. Get their left side blockers underneath the ball so they can't take a full approach.
Kathy, the sophomore from New Albany, Indiana, flying high there was Haggerty, and Haggerty, everything going right now for Molly Haggerty. She's 6 for 8 on attack.
I tell you what, Molly Haggerty has been playing so well as of late. She's been good all season, but I can just see her confidence go through the roof, and she's just feeling more comfortable on the court and playing even better than she did a couple of years ago when she was in her top form.
Yeah, Kelly Sheffield telling us today, stop talking about the fact she was injured. That's over. She's back better than ever, doing things that she didn't do before the injury. As Retke dug out. Phenomenal play there by Blossom. Big swing by Kathy. Kept alive by Ashburn. White will set it for Kathy. Kathy denied. Retke with Hilly together. Point Wisconsin.
A couple of nice defensive plays on both sides of the net. Again, Kathy, smart idea with that tip. She's just got to throw that ball out of bounds or try to wipe and tool and not just tip the ball right into the block. See if they continue to work this half of the court over where Hampton is. They're served short.
Overpass from White, cleaned up though by Gray, and they'll say, did Gray go into the net?
I think they're calling her for a back row.
So it's 3-1.
Yeah, I think they're calling her for a back row setter.
Izzy Ashburn having an outstanding season from the service line for Coach Sheffield. Parker went through 3 Wisconsin players there for the kill.
It's a smart play and a very out-of-system play. So this ball is passed, and you see Blossom on her knees just trying to fling that ball out there. But that's that high volleyball IQ by Johnny Parker. Just sees the block and knows what she needs to do and make a smart play.
Haley to Retke, kept alive. Great work by Hampton. In for Coach Rose, wearing 15. Retke again. Hampton again. Hampton, back-to-back digs. And tooling it at the net, kept alive. It's never over. Best rally finish, says Retke with Haggerty. Get the block.
Unbelievable play on the other side of the net, Wisconsin side of the net. The ball kind of sneaks through. Oh yeah, that's Hilly, just kicks it. Keeps the ball alive. You got to keep playing. Play the whistle. You always tell everybody.
Kathy thought she had tooled it, thought she had the point. She turned around with 2 thumbs up, but as you said, you got to keep going.
You rarely see those plays though that sneak between the block and the net, and then someone's able to play it up.
Parker. Clark, back row dig, diving forward, and then Retke finishes. Retke now with 5 kills.
I will go back to the kick save. I mean, she was well aware that ball was hitting, keeping the ball alive. Unbelievable play by Hilly.
She really can do it all, can't she? Just amazing. On a platter, climbing high is Caitlin Horde.
Well, man, that's only her 2nd set, so they need to find a way to get Horde the ball more. I mean, look how high she is. That's just silly. So if Penn State can handle the ball and get that ball to Horde, she's going to score.
She is skying, or number 23 from Lexington, Kentucky. Keaton Holcomb will serve. Penn State down a set and down 2 in the 2nd set, 5-3. Retke barking out orders. Retke. And it comes back, point Wisconsin, as it went back over but out of bounds. Retke now gets another kill, and she's tied with Haggerty with 6. Still looking for their first service ace. The overpass finished there by Hart. Big eyes, right?
Big eyes. You love when the ball comes at the net. You absolutely want to crush it, but that's a result of Retke's serve, and that serve has gotten better. It's hard to pass her serve. She's at a high level already, and she has this jump float that just barely crosses the top of the tape. Hard to pass.
2nd service error for Wisconsin, 3 for Penn State. Penn State has 2 service aces, as Coach Sheffield with some instruction for Dana Retke. As Penn State will serve through last year's Freshman of the Year, Johnny Parker. Parker with that phenomenal jump serve. That's Loberg finding a perfect angle and a tough angle for the kill.
It was a tough play, but this is a ball that was perfectly designed. Parker serves exactly where she wants to go. So serves this ball to Loberg. She's completely out of position. And Loberg just chops that ball inside the court. That's where Tori Gorell has to play some off-blocker defense and make sure she can play that ball.
Blossom It's not all about Sydney Hilly. That's the physical play that Russ Rose was talking about, complimenting Hilly, but it's Blossom at the net.
And Blossom sees this. I mean, she feels this ball heading over the net, actually sees the block a little bit, and makes a strong play at the net. That's a huge play by Blossom right now at this junction of the match.
14 assists for Blossom with that one kill. Big swing coming, and they say there's a touch. So point Badgers. Blossom was taking it, ready to serve again, but point back to the Badgers.
This is Duello coming in here again on that 2-ball. That's hard to defend. They get just a little piece of it. It was probably going out if they hadn't touched it, but
Blossom. Ray. That big swing. Excellent by Holcomb. Diving dig for Holcomb. Hilly down the middle. And Hart with the finish.
So you're going to see Wisconsin's just kind of laying this 1-ball up there. It's not quick. They're not trying to just beat people with speed and underset the ball. They're just kind of hanging it up there for both Ricky and Hart. And that's a tough ball to defend unless you get 2 blockers in there.
Garrell. And Garrell tools it, gets the point. That's the kind of point Russ Rose said you had to have. He said if you get Wisconsin in transition, you can't beat them because they're so dangerous. You've got to terminate early like they did right there.
For sure. First ball side out is crucial for Penn State, and being smart with their swings. And that was an intended tool from Tori Garrell.
Tori Garrell, the 5th-year senior. Had some up and down moments. Coaching staff taking some responsibility for putting her on the wrong side one of those years. She's found some comfort here in her 5th and final year. Blossom will go off of Blossom deep, point Wisconsin. And Tori Garrell will make her way to the bench. Jenna Hampton, who's had some nice digs, good touches back in there for Penn State.
Yep. They're going to continue with this 2-person serve receive, which has been holding up and doing a fine job. Hampton needs to really shore up her passing so they can get the middles going, run some more offense.
Clark serving. There's Hampton, first touch. Down the middle, Retke dug out. Scramble for Penn State, gives Retke another chance. And Penn State sticks with it. Blossom, a key part of it. Hampton, Parker. Penn State with a huge point.
Unbelievable defensive plays. You'll see Parker with the first one. Kathy lays out, and they're able to scramble through this. This is what gives teams energy. Defensive plays, then Serena Gray's locked in a little bit more. Big block at the end of it.
But after all of that, smooth jazz, as they call her, Madison Duello, the redshirt senior from Kansas City, comes back with the point. Madison telling us today she's not a huge fan of the nickname Coach Sheffield, right in front of Coach Sheffield. Great service for Wisconsin, kept alive by Hampton. There's Johnny Parker. There is that big old giant swing.
That was a rocket, but that was high and deep. That's the swing. So Hampton does her best to handle this ball, and this is what Wisconsin's doing well, serving Penn State out of the system, and these are the big swings that they need to side out.
Well done by Parker now. 8 kills to lead all players. Another dig by Hampton, who's earning player of the match votes for her work right now, number 15. And there she is again, Hampton with the dig. I got to give Salima credit. You called her name at practice today as someone that's key to that sneak in. It did not. Too deep from Retke. And give Hampton a double assist there.
Some big defensive plays, but this is something I knew when we looked at her as a junior, and she is a fantastic player. She's going to fly around, sacrifices her body, but on both sides of the net, you just see a lot of great defensive plays like that.
2 great plays. Gray service error. Service errors now 4 for Penn State, 2 for Wisconsin, and simple math, Captain Obvious, you just don't want to give easy ones to Wisconsin.
You don't. And even if you miss long, there's still a chance someone can hit the ball can hit them on the way out. Yeah. But when you serve that ball in the net, you got no chance. So you want to serve that ball high and flat, at least give yourself an opportunity.
Horde with the hang time, cleaned up by Wisconsin. White directing traffic, barking it out. Parker, big swing and denied. Boy, White is directing traffic.
Well, that's what she does. I mean, that's just what senior leadership is, and she's like, hey, guys, we got to get this together right now. But Wisconsin block still doing a fantastic job being sealed over the net in the right spots.
Hilly sets it up. Great dig, back row by White. The defensive player of the year from a year ago. She may win it again. And finish by Horde. Point Penn State. And they cut the Wisconsin lead to 4.
Again, Penn State needs to get the ball to Horde. You see her, she just turns and throws her feet, gets up, get the ball to her. They have 2 blockers on her. Again, she can hit over, she can hit around. Give her some opportunities to swing. Give yourself a chance in this match.
It's only the second kill as she's 2 for 4, Caitlin Horde. Johnny Parker leads Penn State with 8. Molly Haggerty leads Wisconsin with 7. It's 14-10 Wisconsin. They won the first set 25-19. Lead this second set by 4. Emily Shora off the bench to serve for Penn State. Back pass from Hilly. Letke. And they'll say out of bounds, point Penn State. And that's a huge point to cut the lead to 3. So Coach Sheffield asking Dana Retke, are you sure? And Dana says, yes, I'm sure. So with that, Dana Retke going to challenge that there was a tip.
Looking like they want to see a touch off of Blossom in the back row here. Not sure if it caught her hand or not. See if we can get a couple good looks at it. Again, I believe it's the back row touch that they're looking at.
Watch the ball change.
Off the block. Off the block.
Watch the reaction too from Blossom. Kind of put her head down a little bit, maybe indicating that she got a touch on it. Here we go.
Yeah. See if we can see the ball change direction a little bit. Maybe so. See if we can see it one more time.
It's our best look right there. So now watch Blossom's reaction too. She'll put her head down.
Look at you reading body language.
Goes through, boom, head down.
My initial thought when the play happened live was that she touched the ball. So that's what I thought I saw from my vantage point. So yeah, I'm feeling it right there.
That's the best look right there, and it looked like it did go through her hand. And as we were talking about her body language, she did put her head down for an extended second there, indicating she knew it.
So we'll see. Again, the refs, down ref is rewinding, zooming in, going back and forth. They have the whole DV Sports system. The cameras in every facility is a little bit different. So there's cameras that are mounted here in Rec Hall that are center line, end line, different vantage points. So we'll see what he sees here. Touch.
So Kelly Sheffield with the challenge, and the challenge successful. She's got to be the Big Ten setter of the year, in my opinion. Sydney Hilly's been awesome. It's 15-10 Wisconsin. Wisconsin took the first set. They lead the second set 15-10. And tomorrow on BTN, the regular season concludes here at Rec Hall when the Nittany Lions battle the Gophers. Don't miss the top 10 matchup powered by Unleaded 88 tomorrow at 8 Eastern on BTN and the Fox Sports app. Wisconsin can win the Big Ten outright with a victory here against the Penn State Nittany Lions. Out of the break, Caitlin Horde with her third kill.
I like the substitution. They put Emily Shura in to pass the ball here, see if she can steady out some passing, get Horde involved, and that's exactly what happened.
Serena Gray and Caitlin Horde have both already surpassed their freshman kills, and there's an ace for Parker. And Parker now, Penn State's got 3 service aces.
Well, and that's the key. You know, we talked about the serve pass game and how important it is, and it's not just aces, it's getting them out of the system, but man, when you're able to get a couple of clean aces, it's huge for the team.
Parker's got 2 of the service aces. Gray's got the other one. The lead is 3 for Wisconsin, make it 4 as that one goes right through Shura.
And that was tough, leaving Blossom there one-on-one on the outside with Loberg.
Sydney Hilly with 25 assists already for the Badgers, and Hilly serving. White first contact. Ford, who's got 251 kills off of 220 as a freshman. Corey Garrell. And Penn State point.
Big defensive effort again by Emily Shura, digging this ball, keeping the ball alive to allow them to stay in it in transition. Yeah, net there, no challenge by Sheffield. He sees.
16-13. Hilly, Loberg, denied at the net. Gray, back row, White can't get to it, shows the emotion, and it's a 4-point lead here in the second set. The Badgers 17, Penn State 13.
Penn State doing what they want to do serving-wise. Serving Loberg again, getting her out of system. The block is set. So it's that second one wasn't quite in position. She was able to sneak it through the block.
Tiffany Clark in double-digit digs already with 10. Gray, that is in system right there, in rhythm, and a kill.
Man, a great job by Emily Shura coming in the game, passing a couple nails, digging a couple balls here, allowing Penn State to run off a few points.
McCall Bead, the freshman from San Diego, California. We expected to see that left hand, and here it is serving with Penn State down 3. Able to tool it at the net. Point for Haggerty and the Badgers.
Nice tool by Haggerty. This is all a result of setting it up before, having Duello come in, hit that 2-ball. Now Serena Gray's hanging out, waiting for the 2-ball, and then she's late to the outside. This ball's coming straight down the line to Hampton.
Clark with the 10 digs, serving. A 4-point lead and a 1-set lead. Clark, another dig, back row for Wisconsin. White, Blossom, Gray. Denied there by Retke and Haggerty. Blocked Wisconsin as part of our BTN block party.
Smart read. You'll see the Wisconsin blockers, hands high, follow it, and Gray's just turning this ball back into the block. If she can tool down the line or do something else, move the ball around a little bit, she'll have a better shot of scoring.
The voice of Salima Rockwell. So many Penn State fans excited to see Salima here today. Dug out by Hampton. Hampton has been outstanding for the Nittany Lions. Clark popped in the air deep. White, back row dig. Kathy, and denied. Retke with Duello.
Big, solid block by Wisconsin. They're there. The ball's a little bit out of system. Oh man, that's just a swing, especially when you're transitioning. Ball's not perfectly there. You can see, man, huge block. Big celebration.
7 blocks. 7 blocks for Retke. A match high for Tina Retke. She knows what's on the line. The Badgers can win the Big Ten outright. Penn State, though, comes fighting back.
Nice swing by Lauren Clark, who came in the game for Kathy. I think she was struggling a little bit and had to give her a minute, give her a break, and Lauren Clark's in there now.
Back pass. Retke from Hilly. Phenomenal back pass from Sydney Hilly as Hilly now with 28 assists.
It's a beautiful set, but this is a pass by Clark that's right on the money. Penn State was still trying to figure out who's going to block on the left, who's going to block on the right in this rotation. When Clark came in, they got caught.
Russ Rose calling timeout right in front of us here to talk it over. Wisconsin took set one 25-19. They're 4 points away from taking set two. When you break down Wisconsin, pick a star, any star. Madison Duello, 4 for 5 on attacks.
You know, this is something that I know Penn State is aware of and that you have to look out for. And as Madison Duello has gotten healthier as the course of the year has gone on, this ball is so deadly. It's hard to pick one person to block, and it's hard to get two blockers on her, and she's absolutely showing that she can unload on that two ball.
Doesn't hurt that Hilly has been on the mark for 28 assists. Sydney Hilly and Gabby Blossom, they entered tonight 1-2 in the Big Ten in assists per set. Retke dug out back row by Blossom. Retke again able to tool it, and now Retke's got 9 kills. She leads all players. Nine kills, 7 blocks for Dana Retke. Retke hitting .412. Serving is the freshman Ashburn. Hampton with another dig. She's got 8. Back row, Clark. Clark, a dig machine for Wisconsin. Tough ball to handle. Too many touches, point Badgers, and Wisconsin rolling right now.
And there's some plays that Penn State just has to take care of the ball. Second contact has to be clean. Give your hitters a good opportunity to swing. And Wisconsin just taking advantage of this right now.
23-15. Blossom. Parker with the big swing, dug out by Wisconsin. Hampton's dig, not there. Point Badgers, and they're a point away from going up 2-0.
And man, they're just transitioning. No matter where this ball is right now. Wisconsin's playing this ball. You see Hilly just goes on her knees and is like, I'm just going to keep setting you. Fling that ball back there, has the opportunity to score.
24-15, serving for a 2-0 lead over the mighty Penn State Nittany Lions. Ashburn. Blossom down the middle. Parker denied by Retke. White. Parker again. Retke again, sliding with Hilly. Parker again a third time, able to go through Retke. Cleaned up by Ashburn. Retke a fourth time, and it'll be point Wisconsin. The Badgers have taken the first 2 sets.
Man, Badgers just absolutely kept their foot on the gas that game. Penn State couldn't recover. Had some miscommunications, had some issues, and out-of-system plays that not having the quality swings they wanted. So Wisconsin's in complete control of this match right now.
Wisconsin 1 set away from owning the 2019 Big Ten title all by themselves. They're up 2-0 over Penn State.
You never know what kind of conversation they had over there on the sideline and what their strategy is to maybe change some things around. Looks like they spun the dial a little bit, changing the matchup, starting in rotation 3 instead of rotation 1, where they've been. See if they can get a more favorable matchup here with the hitters and blockers.
So here we go, Wisconsin, 1 set away from winning the Big Ten title. Great start for Caitlin Horde, though 1-0 Penn State.
And that's the start they need. This is the ball control that he's been talking about. They need to handle the ball, get it right to Blossom so she can set this ball. I mean, she lays that ball up there for Horde to go get.
Yeah, Horde's hang time, amazing. Parker with the service error. Parker does have a couple service aces, but that's now 5 service errors for Penn State as we're tied at 1 here in the 3rd set. Off the bench comes Izzy Ashburn, as Ashburn has got 3 digs already, 1 assist. Phenomenal option for Coach Sheffield. That's the perfect finish for Tori Gurrell.
It's a big-time swing by Gurrell out of system with Ashburn just driving that ball. I tell you, she's got one of the toughest serves I've seen, and she drives that ball deep to shore, catches her a little bit deep into the court.
White serving. Haggerty, back row. Hit it where they're not. Haggerty finding the opening. She's got 9 kills, 1 away from double digits.
You see Wisconsin's moving their hitters around a little bit, bringing Haggerty in a little bit on the inside, not just all the way out to the pin, trying to change what they're doing against the Penn State block and defense.
Wisconsin hitting .500 right now against Penn State.
Yeah.
Retke, probably another block. I think that's 8 for her.
Yeah, I mean, but she blocks these balls with authority, and she turns around, looks at her teammates like, yeah, no.
Look at that, seeking the 4th consecutive straight set win from Kelly Sheffield. As he's looking on Retke. Oh, and you see the emotion there from Gray. And the fans here, they need to feed off of that.
They do, and they need something to get them going, fire them up, and it's an emotional match. I mean, Penn State understands what's at stake here. They're at home, they're in front of their home crowd, and they want to win this match, so they're going to continue to battle, show a little bit of their fire as well.
Great look at Gray going through Retke. Hilly, too deep, as Loberg had that 21 kill performance the first time these two teams met. Too deep, point Penn State.
And Penn State just needs to continue to serve tough, get Wisconsin a little bit out of system, see what they can do, slowing down their attackers, keep themselves in this.
Hilly gives Loberg another shot, and White lets it go. It's out of bounds, point Penn State. Nice pullback from White.
Couple of big swings, but that's a White knows where she is on the court. She knows exactly what she's doing. You'll see her shade over here on the right side of the court, be right where she knows Loberg wants to hit, sees it go out of bounds.
White trained with the U.S. national team this summer in Anaheim, California, as Wisconsin answers the White point with a point of their own. They're trailing by 1. It's 5-4.
A smart swing by Loberg off the block. You'll see Blossom reaching a little bit. If she can just stay put, stay where you are, you're not going to get tooled quite as much. Don't reach outside your body.
Gray barking out orders. Gray wanted that one, and Gray got that one.
That's it. The middles want to get fed. Set me the ball. Hey, you guys need to pass so I can get set. And that's been the key to Penn State's success at this point in the season, and they want to continue that process.
White to Blossom to Gray saying, feed me. Hilly. The slide from Hart. Penn State in the last 4 sets against Wisconsin. The Badgers have been tough.
They have been tough. I mean, that's, it says a lot. It says a lot about the Badger team and how hard they're playing, because everyone knows Penn State is a very good team. And to have those kind of numbers against a team like Penn State is unbelievable.
Phenomenal save at the net from Blossom, getting it back to Gray. And now Gray's got 8 kills, tied with Parker. Remember, Parker was a perfect 5 for 5 to start. She's now 8 of 26 as Wisconsin has answered the Parker puzzle. That'll be a point Penn State.
So Loberg making a couple of unforced errors, hitting the ball out of bounds when, of course, that's not what you want to do. Blossom with a nice save on that ball. Tight pass to the net, able to manipulate her way around it.
Loberg into the net, and Loberg, a little bit of a struggle right now, and Penn State leads it by 4, 9-5. The Penn State fans here on this Thanksgiving weekend, something to cheer about here in the 3rd set, up 4. Great to be at Penn State. Great to be with you for this BTN block party as Wisconsin trailing the 3rd set after taking set 1 and set 2. Hart denied by Kathy. Good to see Kathy back out there. Gray, back row save. Kathy able to get it through Duello. Cleaned up by Hilly. Loberg, a free opportunity for Penn State, but out of rhythm. So Parker with a kill anyway. Who needs to be in rhythm? Parker with 9 kills.
Yikes. It's a lot of crazy volleyball right now. That's all right. So you see Wisconsin here in rotation 1. All their hitters are stacked, so they want to, Loberg, you see, pulled up. They're going to pull her out of the passing, get her out of the way. See if they can set Duello on that 2 ball again.
Duello cleaned up at the net, kept alive by Penn State. Penn State looking strong here, and as I say that, that's better from Loberg. She had struggled. That'll be big for her confidence as she'll go out.
It will be. You know, and sometimes you have those runs where you're struggling, you're getting a lot of pressure from the service line. You got to have a lot of work. She managed, hung in there, and now she's going to take a breather and come back in.
Look at Coach Sheffield doing what he does right there. A coaching moment, a teaching moment, a confidence moment.
Well, that's it. I mean, you can't get on her too hard. You need her. She's got to come back in.
You also said Penn State needs Caitlin Horde, and she's got 5 kills now.
Once again, Penn State pass is there. It is there. It allows them to run their offense. When they can pass on the money, they can score.
So Penn State up 5.
So Wisconsin kind of stacked in row 2, which you don't see very often either. Again, to allow Duello to hit this 2-ball and Hart to hit the slide. So they have a lot more options when they stack their hitters all kind of in the middle to the left side of the court in rotation 2.
Haggerty now in double digits. Salima in kills, joining Retke. As Parker on the other side, 1 away from 10. Gray is 2 away. The lead is 4. Clark serving for Wisconsin, down 4, up 2 sets to none. Blossom as Parker able to tool it. Point Penn State, point Parker. She's got double digits.
So we'll see if Parker goes down that right sideline towards Haggerty and Barnes. That's Dodge.
Little tip there from and set up perfectly for Gurrell. And boy, Russ Rose with the answer here in the 3rd set. It's 13-7.
Sometimes you just need a little breather, need some time to reset and regroup a little bit here.
High toss. Power from Parker. The fans love it. How about the power right there from Duello? Wow, that was a little chin music. No smooth jazz there as Duello.
Oh, that's great. Oh, but man, Haggerty handles this pass, and that's the most impressive thing to me about this entire rally. Parker goes back, rips that jump serve, and allows Duello to hit that 2-ball.
Ashburn. White. Tori Gurrell, 5th-year senior from Canada. A massive point for Penn State.
Okay, she's been playing so steady right now, just smart with her swings, not getting a ton of swings, but every time she's taking a smart swing or getting a kill.
Gurrell hitting .667, 7 for 9. Retke, read by Gurrell, and Gurrell has come to play here in this 3rd set. Retke. Cleaned up by Parker, and Asper can't get to it. Gurrell, Parker, all of the stars for Penn State delivering here in the 3rd set.
You know, Blossom doesn't dump enough. I would say she's someone that can be offensive, but I think she forgets sometimes. She throws that ball down. They're not expecting it because you don't see it a ton on film. Smart play by Penn State.
Kelly Sheffield is going to call timeout to talk it over. Penn State 15-8, and Blossom with the dump as Penn State leading this 3rd set by 7. When you talk Big Ten volleyball, it's about the fact that every game feels like an NCAA tournament game. Then when they get in the NCAA tournament, all the teams from the Big Ten represent.
Well, man, they're battle tested. That's the thing about the conference. They're just beating each other up weekend after weekend with some of the top teams in the country, and that's what you're going to see in the end of the year.
How about the passing for your Penn State Nittany Lions?
Well, that's what happens. You know, you pass the ball. It's really not a complicated formula. Handle the ball, you can score. So Penn State really focused in on in this last set on passing the ball.
Russ Rose complimented Wisconsin, but then talked exactly about what you just mentioned. Ball handling is Retke off the break. Blossom with another cleanup. Gurrell! Blossom with the cleanup. Gurrell with the kill, and she's got 7 kills.
That's the thing. It's a total team effort with the defensive effort by Blossom and then the conversion by Gurrell. I mean, that's what they need. They need digs to transition.
Penn State has doubled up Wisconsin here in the 3rd set. Hilly goes to Haggerty, little touch. Parker was ready.
Blossom, you called for it. Blossom, it's usually Hilly, but you're right. Blossom now with 2 dumps in the last 3 points.
I'm telling you, when you're not prepared for it, you're not looking for it, you're not thinking about it, it's gonna score. I don't care who you are. So Blossom being smart here.
Hilly and Blossom, as advertised, service error for White. That's 6 service errors for Penn State. Phenomenal run, though, for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
You know, Wisconsin just has to keep their composure, find a way to generate some points, and slowly work their way back into the set. You know, it's far.
There's a 6-2 Penn State run. Now 6-3 is Hagerty. Gets that first.
And that's Reschke in a full commit block. Perfect pass. They know where they're going to set the ball, and she can smother it and get around Gray here. That's what she's going to do.
Reschke is a block away from a double-double, 11 kills and 9 blocks. Reschke softly, great back row dig by Penn State, and Reschke slides back over, though, for the point.
Man, a fantastic play here by Reschke transitioning. You see the Penn State block just a little bit confused over there. They weren't sure who was blocking right or who was blocking left at the time. So left her kind of almost alone.
Crowd trying to get into it. 17-11, back-to-back points denied there. Tori Gurrell with Blossom on the assist.
Hey, you gotta feed your horse, right? If somebody's hot, you set the hot hand. And right now, Gurrell is the hot hitter. And she's not just hitting on the left, and that's the beauty of Tori Gurrell. She's what we call an all-around utility player. I don't care what you want to call her. She can play in the right, in the middle, hit slides, ones. And it's nice that they have that option right now in this match.
8 kills for Gurrell in 10 attacks. Big swing from Loberg as Loberg got it together after that nice talk with Coach Sheffield, and Loberg now with 8 kills.
Man, that's just it's a tough thing right now with Loberg hitting over Blossom. You know, Kendall White's right there where she needs to be, and it's tough to dig a ball and put that hard down the line.
18-12. Ray fakes it. Parker goes light. Cleaned up by Hilly. Popped in the air. Tough ball for Loberg to handle. But Parker wanted that back. Denied by Hart with Hilly. What a dig. Diving dig coming for Wisconsin. That time was Emmy Dodge. And the finish by Gray. Gray's got 9 kills.
Man, fantastic plays here. Wasn't sure if Blossom was going to take it herself one more time, but she set Gray to score. This is what Penn State needs. This is the momentum they need. Digging transition volleyball.
That was right in the living room as the leftovers were scrambling there. Great finish. Running onto it is Kathy. Slide too deep for Hart, and Penn State feeling it here. They're 5 away from taking the 3rd set.
I tell you, man, volleyball is a funny game. It's momentum, it's how you're feeling, it's how you're playing, it's your attitude, and you can run away with things in a hurry. Totally different Penn State team, and Wisconsin feeling the pressure.
You can feel the attitude right here for Penn State, having a good time. Great crowd. Penn State having a whole lot of fun trying to get back into this one. 4 away from taking the 3rd set. They're up 9. Gray is now in double digits. Parker with 10. Gray with 10.
And it's this service pressure here, getting on Loberg a little bit more, forcing them out of system, but Kathy making a great play as an off blocker to allow them to transition.
5-1 run for Penn State. Loberg blocked. No, kept alive. Pancake by Emmy Dodge. Emmy Dodge can't handle that one. As Gray's got 11. And White starting to celebrate in White style, right?
Unbelievable play on the Penn State side of the net.
Nothing better than when Kendall White starts getting fired up on the celebration. Hilly back over to Loberg and a block.
Gray with Parker. Badgers take set 3. Penn State, correction, of course, takes set 3, 25-12. It's 2-1. What a comeback for Penn State. They're winning the 3rd set. Penn State in impressive fashion taking that 3rd set 25-12 as now Wisconsin leads it 2-1. Don't forget, later tonight, The Big Show delivers highlights, interviews, and in-depth football discussion. The Big Show presented by Principal Financial Group tonight at 11 Eastern on BTN. Fifth-year senior Tori Garrell delivering that 3rd set win for Penn State.
I tell you count on Tori Garrell tonight. She is playing smart volleyball, hitting from all areas of the court, and they're going to continue to go to her. I tell you what, moving forward, that's what Penn State needs to score and to win this match against Wisconsin. But I tell you, it's the hitting numbers. The last set, Wisconsin hit 0, and Penn State hit 556. For those of you watching at home, those are the numbers, and that's the difference. The difference in this match is unbelievable. It's with the passing, it's with the transition game, setting the middles, and of course, Tori Garrell.
That was domination by Penn State, as the numbers based off of that last set now show Wisconsin hitting 337, Penn State 305. At one point, Wisconsin was hitting 500. Penn State looking like a team that could win 3 sets in a row.
Well, I tell you, anybody in this conference, they can do it. They can bring sets back. They can bring matches back. I mean, we've seen some wild ones earlier this year. Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Nebraska was a wild one. Big swings and scores, so anything can happen.
Shura with the ace. 4 aces for Penn State.
Sure, man, she has come off the bench and done a heck of a job passing, playing defense, and now serving some aces.
Blocked by Caitlin Horde. Dana Retke, second in the Big Ten in blocks per set, while Caitlin Horde is currently 4th.
And this is what Penn State needs to do. This is that 2-ball from Dwello that we've been talking about all night. Open court, one-on-one blocking. Now they have a triple block. Doing a better job scouting, better matchups here in this set.
It's an 11-0 run going back to the 3rd set. 11 consecutive points for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Salima, Penn State doing everything right now.
They absolutely are. They're serving tough. They're blocking balls. Their block scheme is good. They're in a good position. This matchup is a favorable one for them. Right now, Wisconsin moved a little bit. They're in rotation 1. So this matchup, we'll see if this works out this go around.
11-0 run, part of our BTN standout, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And Horde just hanging in the air. 4 blocks. 7.5 blocks now for Penn State.
Man, again, and there's so much of this that happens during the match. The numbers evolve, they flush out, or hey, we can serve this position, this is where the ball's gonna go, and we know where we need to block the ball. So they're prepared for what's coming on the other side of the net. Both teams do this.
There's the blocks coming in this set. Tori Garrell. Wisconsin cannot even find a point at the moment.
You know, it's tough, and you feel it. You feel it on that side of the net when you feel the pressure. The pressure's on you. Things are rolling on the other side, and then you start making unforced errors yourself and can't find it like you did just a moment ago.
Who scores 13 straight unanswered on Wisconsin?
Not many teams.
Big swing from Loberg, dug out by Shura. That'll give Garrell a chance through the tape and through 2 red jerseys, cleaned up. Hart, White directing traffic. They'll go Garrell again into the net. White with the dig. An easy one over. Hart. Saved by Penn State. Garrell!
So it's not just Garrell here. It's a defensive effort. It's the block touches that are allowing this to happen. But the defensive players are absolutely all over the court right now for Penn State.
Parker hitting air, and Wisconsin will take it, ending a 14-0 run from the third set into the fourth set.
It's a lot of ground to make up, because that momentum from the last set carries over. And you want to continue that momentum if you're Penn State, and it's hard for Wisconsin to kind of regroup at this point.
7-1, 4,927 here at Rec Hall. Thanksgiving weekend. Wisconsin with the right server at the line, though, for sure. Miss Barnes, Lauren Barnes, the junior transfer from Minnesota.
And Barnes isn't afraid to go back there, drive this ball hard and deep, and put some pace on it, even when things are tight. And Shore just has to keep this ball off the net. You don't have to pass this ball perfectly. Give him some room, give Lawson some room to swing.
Hilly, red there. Ford along with Parker. You saw Haggerty try to change. Hilly, miscommunication. Daniel Hart not on the same page that time. Point, Penn State.
I tell you, Penn State, it's their blocking effort that's in the right position that's allowing their defense to do what they need to do. They're either getting touches, they're getting triple blocks even at this point. So smart job on the end line, the service line, and defensively.
So Parker's jump serve. She does have 2 service aces, but she's got several service errors. That's 7 service errors for Penn State. So Clark serving. Wisconsin with 3, Penn State with 8. White first contact, Tori Garrell blocked by Retke. Duello. Popped in the air. Haggerty sets her feet. Dug out by Shura. Phenomenal effort again by Blossom. Is it too deep? No, it's in. What a shot right there from Wisconsin.
Man, that's a big swing by Haggerty at that point. Wasn't sure if she was gonna get there and just roll shot or try to keep this ball in play, but man, she's like, you know what? I can end this right now.
So Haggerty tying Retke with 12 kills for Wisconsin. One big swing from Caitlin Horde. You were calling for it, Salima. You were. She's got 6.
I was calling for it. I wanted to set her from here, but I couldn't because I'm not allowed. But man, if they have the opportunity to do it. But Wisconsin, you know, it's just like Penn State the last set. Don't count them out. And everybody knows that. Russ Rose certainly knows that they can find their groove. This is one of the best teams in the country. And they can bring it back and turn it back around as quickly as they lost it.
The slide, Retke from Hilly. We have not seen that in a little while, but this is textbook.
It is. If it's anywhere in Hilly's window, she's going to fling that ball back there to set Retke. And Penn State is to continue to do what they can to keep Retke out of it, tipping on the setter, hitting balls at her, keep her from setting Retke as much as possible.
Retke hitting 458. Blossom back to Garrell. Too deep. So this is now where Penn State needs to just take a deep breath, right?
Yeah, you know, and it's patience with the ball. That tempo was a little bit off. Garrell was a little early, kind of hanging in the air, waiting for that ball. So just find the rhythm and limiting your unforced errors. Balls that aren't touched by the block or dug on the other side of the net.
Blossom down the middle. Parker denied by Retke, as Retke's got a double-double, 13 kills and 10 blocks.
I like the idea of this play, but with Retke hanging out in the middle of the court, not moving, it might not be right where you want to go. So they're going to continue to work the offense to get their hitters one-on-one.
Ace for Wisconsin, and it's 8-9 here in the fourth set.
Ashburn back there to serve. Sorry.
Ashburn serving, Salima. 8-2 run. Blossom with the dump. Cleaned up by Barnes. Too deep by Retke.
So it looked like Blossom wanted to dump the ball. I think she may have predetermined that and then just didn't have a great look on it. Tried to fire that ball in the corner. Wisconsin couldn't transition out of it. We got ourselves a tough game.
Great fourth set after Penn State dominated that third set to make it 2-1. Into the net, point, Nittany Lions. They're back up by 3, Salima.
Service pressure, forcing them out of system, forcing the Pins to take some swings way off the net.
Tori Gurrell, you can hear the coaching staff say, make it low, and an ace from Gurrell.
Tori has a tough serve. This ball comes floating, you see, just over the top of the net, and man, the bottom drops out of that thing, catches Wisconsin. They're going to continue to serve that area of the court, I would think, or not. Maybe not.
8 service errors against just 2, but Penn State does have 5 aces to balance those 8 service errors.
They do, and that's what they need to continue to do, is looking at service pressure, and I'm sure, you know, Coach Rose right now is saying, hey, you get an ace in one area of the court, why are you moving the ball around? What are you doing? Go back, keep the pressure on.
Kathy, point Wisconsin. Wisconsin hitting 257, Penn State 252 coming in. Wisconsin led the Big Ten in hitting percentage at 296. Penn State second at 280. Both teams under their mark at the moment. Blossom goes far side. Big swing from Kathy. Loberg. Hagerty will send it over. Free look here for Penn State. Out of bounds. Blossom got her hand up and on it, but point Wisconsin.
Loberg had to run out of bounds away from the ball so it didn't hit her. So this ball is a good touch. Play by Blossom. You see Loberg just like, that ball's going to hit me. I don't get out of the way.
12-11, Wisconsin looking to tie, and they'll do it.
So Wisconsin here, double block, waiting for Serena Gray. This opportunity. So Coach Rose, of course, coming up, having a talk with Gabby Blossom, saying, hey, what are we doing here?
Hampton, the diving dig, and they'll say deflected. Retke didn't think so, but it'll be a point Penn State. They've got the lead again here in the fourth set.
So looks like line judges called a touch. That's it, no challenge.
And the dodge coming in. I thought Retke said I didn't touch it, but then they waved it off. See the replay there. See the challenges. Wisconsin with one left. Penn State still has all 3. Blossom. Kathy, good read there by Clark to let it go out of bounds.
Kathy just having a little bit of trouble managing her game right now. She's back in, trying to find her rhythm. Wisconsin being smart with the ball on the other side of the net.
Retke serving. Hampton first contact. And net violation on Parker.
Parker hit. It looks like may have been outside the antenna. That's what I think Coach Rose is standing up saying, hey, if that ball is, if she touched the net on the outside, then it's not a net, but.
Service error on Retke. That's 3 service errors, ending a 6-1 run there for Wisconsin, and we're tied again.
Lots of back and forth battle that we expected. Ford's back in the game. See if she can find some swings here, get some more big stuff like blocks like she did earlier.
Selena Gray serving with those 12 kills. Little touch from Danielle Hart. Point, Wisconsin.
Smart play. Looking at the defense, Hart just lays that ball over the top of the block. Hampton super deep on defense. It was a smart play just for an easy side out for Wisconsin.
Hart, 8 for 15. There's the swing. There's the swing of Caitlin Hord.
Well, and this ball's passed off the net, and you can hear Caitlin Hord say, hey, just hang it, just hang it. So she's like, hey, just lay it up there for me, and I'll go get it. So it's a great communication, setter-hitter communication there by Hord and Blossom.
Selena Hord hitting 700 for Coach Rose.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Back pass. What a finish from Hart.
Man, with authority on that swing. Perfect pass.
9 kills for Hart. Wisconsin up 1. Hord down the middle. Hord now 8 of 11.
Man. Shora taking care of the ball, handling this serve for a perfect pass. Again, Caitlin Hord over the top. Hard to defend a ball that's hit from that elevation. You know, different altitude up there.
Just hanging, and then the power of the swing to go with it. Fourth set, 16 all. Overpass, Gurrell, dug out. Back row by Barnes. Blossom, Gurrell. Just a little too deep, and Kelly Sheffield loves it as Retke's going to come back in.
That set back to Gurrell may have been just a hair low. She couldn't quite get her feet all the way to the ball. Ends up hitting it flat and deep. It's a nice play on the Wisconsin side of the net.
17-16, Clark. Blossom goes back to Gurrell. This time, finesse. Read by Hilly. Hord. Touch at the net by Wisconsin. Hord with the block. Point, Penn State.
And I love how Hord is getting over the net right now. Pressing with her left hand, not just her right hand. Shuffling over there, but pressing both hands back into the middle of the court to score.
Hord using her tools to perfection. Hilly. Retke kept alive by Gray. Barnes, another dig for Wisconsin. Back row dig by Barnes. Barnes. Down the middle, Retke's there, and Dana Retke with 13 blocks to match her kills.
Wow. You just hear the place go crazy. Haggerty sent that ball over the net. Wow. Yeah, that's a tough one. Everybody wants a double on that one. A nice recovery block, of course, by Wisconsin. Man, Coach Rose is not happy about that.
So here's Ashburn, second in the Big Ten in aces per set serving. Won't get an ace here, but they do get a free look here. Hilly. Retke denied. Gurrell was over there alongside Gray.
Fantastic save by Gurrell into the crowd. And then a finish with a block. Big time game right now by Gurrell.
There's a reason we call it a BTN block party, Selena.
That's right.
So a warning for the Penn State bench.
Yeah, I got a little fired up. And got a warning. That's sports for you.
18-18. Haggerty denied by Gray. And Haggerty's second opportunity with the kill.
Nice swing by Haggerty down the line, and Pete just kind of second guesses, plays a ball that's a little deep for her. It probably should have been played by White behind her. But a nice high swing by Haggerty there to finish the point.
Wisconsin up 2-1. Go through Recchi, the power of Penn State. They tied it.
That's a lucky swing, rattling through the block. Recchi's not completely over the net.
Dodge going to come in for Wisconsin. Blossom serving. Blossom with 38 assists, 7 digs. Hilly. Loberg is Parker with one hand. Cleaned up by Hilly. Great work at the net by Serena Gray. Parker at the net. Coach Sheffield wants to talk it over.
Emotions are flying high right now. This is a tight set. Both benches get a little hot. Coaches getting up, making calls, but they understand. They understand the magnitude of the match and what's at stake.
All right, Salima, earlier you said it's just volleyball, but let's remind everybody on the trends right now. 7-0 run, and then Wisconsin got it together. This after an amazing third set from Penn State.
Yeah, and this is what you get with high-level volleyball. You can never count anybody out. It doesn't matter if they're down. They might have that little stretch where they're down, but they're going to bring it back, and that's what makes them so good.
And you've been calling for Caitlin Hord, Salima. You called for it all night.
Just calling for it. I mean, I'm not asking a lot. But yeah, I mean, Caitlin Hord, and it's not just her offense. You can see there with her blocking. But when she gets set high enough above the net, it is hard. I watched them play Stanford earlier this year. She was doing the same thing. Double block, commit on her. Doesn't matter. She's going to go over the top.
667 hit percentage.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see those kind of numbers right now. And Caitlin Hord doing her job, Tori Gorell doing her job. But Wisconsin, I mean, this is a tight set. Penn State definitely has momentum, has the energy, has the flow right now. But it's a 1-point ball game right now. 2 points, 1 point.
20-19.
I don't know what's going on.
Wisconsin, number 5 in the country, 21-5, 17-1 in the Big Ten. Penn State, 23-4. Just 2 losses in the Big Ten. Out of the break, dug by White. Kathy with the power. So good to see her healthy.
Big time swing. And you'll see the Penn State block and a perfect pass. Now they're scheming. They're sending 2 blockers with Recchi and just taking the chances one-on-one. And that's where they're having their opportunities, digging Loberg and transitioning.
Wisconsin took the first set 25-19, second set 25-12. Penn State with the answer 25-12 in the third set. They lead the fourth set with a service ace, 22-19.
Penn State's gonna continue to work, dodge in the one zone. See if they can get Wisconsin out of system or get some aces.
6 service aces, nice touch by Recchi to pull back within 2.
Another smart play. I mean, Jenna Hampton is back there. She's ready for the hard swing because that's what they've been doing all night. So she's got to find that happy medium right now. Where am I defensively? Am I too deep, too far to get the tip? Then you're too far.
Double machine, Dana Recchi.
And kills and blocks, I mean, that's just crazy numbers right now. That's why she's one of the best players in the country.
Retke serving, down 2 in the 4th set. Parker, what a touch by Parker. She is also the complete package.
She absolutely is. And you know, you said it earlier, she started out hot, cooled off a little bit, but she's got to do a little bit of everything. She's in the back row, she's hitting out of the back row. They count on her for big swings, smart plays when the game's tight.
2 points away from tying this at 2. Blossom with the initial dig. Then Hampton with the hustle. Kathy sends it over. Hilly. Loberg with the kill.
Big swing by Loberg out of system. And that's the one she needs, to find that space between the block and the antenna to score. She's going to hit that ball flat and deep and catch the defenders on the edges of the court.
5,000 fans here at Rec Hall. There are some Badger fans here, but most of them wearing blue and white. And the hustle play not there. Ford with that touch, and then the scramble point, Penn State.
Playing some smart volleyball. I like that Horde didn't hit the ball. It's like, you know, I don't have to hit this one. Off blockers aren't in position to pick up this ball. Tips it over the top.
Another showcase for Big Ten volleyball. The elite of the NCAA, loaded every single season. It's 24-21. Tooling the block. Wisconsin gets the point.
It's a nice tool by Loberg. Again, Wisconsin just staying steady, keep their composure, do what they need to do to side out, score a couple of real points. Of course, you know, we'll see if Blossom ends up going to Horde or Garrell. They're both hot right now. She has a couple of options. See what the Wisconsin block ends up doing.
Barnes with the great serve. She also has 11 digs. Horde through it, and the 4th set goes to Penn State. And we're tied at 2. Wisconsin took the first 2, and Penn State comes roaring back.
Unbelievable play on both sides of the net. And, you know, I said it after set 2. You never count Penn State and rest rows out. Always in it. Doesn't matter how the teams have played early on. I've seen it over and over again as a player and a coach. But, man, this is the battle we were hoping to see tonight.
Incredible. Looked like Wisconsin was going to run away and claim the Big Ten title. Penn State says no. That pumpkin pie I mentioned, we're tied at 2. We'll go to a 5th set here. Wisconsin and Penn State on BTN. Big Ten volleyball on the Big Ten Network. Number 5, Wisconsin. Number 7, Penn State. It's going to take 5 sets to decide with a whole lot at stake. Wisconsin, they'll clinch the outright Big Ten championship with a victory. Penn State, if they win, they still have an opportunity to share a part of that Big Ten title.
And it's so important. It's a coveted thing, you know. So I think it's a big deal to everyone. Even moving forward, we can talk about that more as the match goes on in the tournament. Moving forward.
Last year it took 5 sets to find a winner.
Oh man, this was another epic battle. Actually, we talked about this with Coach Sheffield earlier. End of the year, these matches are unbelievable, and to have the top teams in the conference playing against each other, what a battle it was last year. I remember watching this myself at home, and Wisconsin came away with the win. So it's going to be a good one right down to the end.
21-19 in that final set for the Badgers. That's the last time Penn State lost a Big Ten game here at Rec Hall. And Parker with the first point of the 5th set. You got to give Coach Rose and the Penn State coaching staff a ton of credit, as it looked like Wisconsin, they were going to be celebrating already, but Coach Rose had other plans.
They definitely had other plans, and you know, you just got to be tough, you got to be resilient, and it's hard. So Wisconsin's in row 2 right now, trying to find some little bit of a different matchup.
So Haggerty now with 14 kills, along with Retke's 14.
And that allows Retke to come in, be here left front, and this is where Penn State needs to side out as quickly as possible with Retke in the front row. Score as many points as you can.
Horde.
That was a bit of a low set. She had to kind of chicken wing her arm and make a smart play on that. Was still able to score.
That's where that hang time comes in handy,
Sure
even
does.
with the chicken wing.
Man, wish I had it.
Retke powers through White.
And that's where they're going to go. If they have an opportunity to and they can handle the ball well, that's where they're going to go with the ball. Everybody knows this. I'm not telling anyone anything they don't know.
Izzy Ashburn, one of the leaders in Big Ten in aces. Wisconsin with just one service ace. Penn State's got 6. Gurrell. Point Gurrell, point Penn State.
Man, this is a healthy swing, but again, a little bit of an easy serve right in White's lap. That's not for sure what they intended to do, because that's never going to be the game plan. So perfect pass allows Gurrell to score.
4 Penn State players in double-digit kills. Hilly, Haggerty. Haggerty now tied Retke with 15 kills to lead all players.
Monster smart swing. Again, they're going to continue to work the right half of the court, especially when they're hitting, if it's Loberg or if it's Haggerty, over the top of Blossom, and just kind of rely on White to dig those balls.
Blossom, Gurrell, finesse, pancake effort, point Penn State. Gurrell now with 12 kills, joining Parker and Gray with that same number.
Smart play. You see she tips this ball, and Ashford almost gets this ball, almost overruns it. Pancakes the ball with her forearm a little bit, doesn't get a clean play on the ball.
So Penn State going to go with Brooklyn Hill, the sophomore from California.
Make a play here, Blossom.
Hill serving. Penn State up 4-3 here. The all-important 5th set. Retke slowed down there by Gray along with Cathy, and then Gray. Gray slowing down Retke, and then Gray with the finish.
Man, Brooklyn Hill came in like she hasn't been standing there for the last 2 hours cold and put a little sauce on this serve. Played a nice transition ball, free ball, easy play.
Five-3. Penn State up. Overpass. Finished by Cathy. Let's go. Penn State is going. 6-3 lead in the 5th set. Soak it in. The wave is rolling here, and Penn State is rolling. Down 2 sets to none. They win the 3rd set 25-12. The 4th set 25-22, and they lead this 5th set 6-3. White with another dig. Blossom, who's got numbers close to Hilly's. And they're going to say out of bounds. Point, Penn State.
It's a bit of a miss by Loberg. She wanted to hit that line so bad. She turns, you see she just cups her hand around the ball and just misses that ball out of bounds.
Kelly Sheffield, can you believe what he's seeing? Wisconsin 1 set away from claiming a Big Ten title. It's not easy to win a Big Ten title solo, Salima.
It is not easy.
That was Parker with the dig. Cathy kept alive by Retke. Blossom! Point Penn State!
There's the play. There's the play at the right time. Do it at the right time. And that's what she knows, you know? Again, snuck in a couple early. Smart play. Feels the block there on a free ball. They're expecting a big set to Serena Gray. Throws that ball down. Catches them with their hands down. Preparing for Gray to get set that ball.
Gabby Blossom, 47 helpers, 4 kills, 8 digs. As a lot of talk about Sydney Hilly, she's got 49 helpers, so Blossom almost right there with her. 8-3, service error. Wisconsin needed that badly.
They did. And I tell you, Brooklyn Hill came in and did a fantastic job getting Wisconsin out of system, doing her job off the bench. Missed that one deep. We'll see how Wisconsin responds here with the service.
8-4, Penn State leading, Retke serving. Blossom blocked by Hart.
And that is a beautiful move by Hart. Making this swing walk. Look at this. Gets over the net, finishes, and is fired up. She's like, hey, man, this is not over yet. Let's go.
8-5, Retke. Hampton first contact. What a play by Emmy Dodge. Diving dig for Emmy Dodge. Loberg and Penn State survives the diving digs.
Look at Dodge here, lay out for this ball, keep this ball alive. An unbelievable play here by Blossom, winning this joust with Hart.
Emmy Dodge, Loberg. Denied by Gray with Parker. Loberg, kill.
Wisconsin doing a nice job covering the play, staying alive, keeping their composure. Ashburn here with a beautiful set, flinging it back to Loberg, gets a kill.
So it's Loberg, Duello, and Hart at the net for Wisconsin. Gray, Hilly. Loberg cleaned up by Blossom. White pops it in the air for Parker. Tremendous rally. Duello. Over from Blossom. Duello.
Duello's been quiet for a little while. We haven't said her name a lot. Couple of big swings here by Duello, forcing Penn State to send a ball across the net they didn't want to, and then able to score when they came back with it.
Last year it took 5 sets and Wisconsin was able to win. Again, that was the last time Penn State lost a Big Ten match here at home. The Badgers, led by Kelly Sheffield, they can win the Big Ten title outright. Somewhere hidden our t-shirts and celebration, but that might be put on hold as Penn State, what a bounce back after being down 2 sets to none.
Unbelievable bounce back. Just watching both teams battle right now this is what it's all about, right? Big Ten volleyball at its finest, watching these teams going back and forth, and the decision in the 5th. I'm having a blast myself.
You've been a part of so many Russ Rose timeouts, Russ Rose talks. They're down 2-0, 25-19, 25-15. Russ Rose, when he just walked by you, he gave you that wink of confidence as if he didn't doubt any of this happening. So what in the world did he say to his team?
You know, after set 2, he's like, hey, you know, this is yours to take care of. You know, this isn't on us right now. We know what we're supposed to be doing. You're just not executing. Now, I mean, that's a conversation. He's not going to completely freak them out. He knows they're still in the match if they play well. So talked about the serve pass game, like we said earlier, and then taking care of your job. So it's a lot about strategy right now. What are we doing? Where are we going with the ball? Making sure there's no missed assignments as well.
4-1 Wisconsin run. Hilly serving. You see the hit percentages almost identical. Parker. Is it going to get across? Too many hits. Point Penn State. And they're 5 points away from winning this epic matchup here.
A smart play by Parker, so now they're tipping a little bit on Hilly, getting her out of the equation so she can't run her offense. I mean, she's the key to everything. She can get these guys going and run her offense. It's hard to stop, so get her to play some balls defensively. You're going to have a chance.
10 service errors for Penn State. See Russ Rose looking on. You look at the eyes of the Wisconsin players and different eyes than those first two sets.
It's a different game. But man, told you Barnes goes back there. Doesn't care what set it is, what's going on. She's going to drive that ball.
Good touch from Hart. Effort from Penn State. Hilly. Duello with the swing, and Duello with the point.
Some nice transition plays, good hustle on the Penn State side, but again, you gotta have a good pass. Perfect passes allow you to stay in system. If you can't, you send that free ball over the net. Wisconsin's gonna score.
Penn State will take that air. 11 serving 9. Out of bounds, point Penn State.
Man, healthy swing. It's a tough game. A nice serve down the line to Barnes, forces Hilly to set that ball outside. It wasn't a perfect set. And Haggerty hits it wide.
Soak it in. Almost 5,000 folks here. The students are at home. Doesn't matter. Big Ten volleyball in Happy Valley means something, and this is why Big Ten volleyball is so tough.
I mean, this is it right here. You have the crowds. I mean, every place you go to is packed to the rafters. You know, in the Big Ten, you're going to travel this kind of environment, and this type of environment for both teams is huge moving forward. You know, of course, everybody has one more match tomorrow. Moving forward in the tournament, you never know where you're going to end up. You never know what kind of crowd you're going to face. And for those that have the experience battling in these types of environments, you know, whether it be Wisconsin on the road or the pressure of being home, it's a big deal. But that's why the Big Ten's so tough.
And here's what's going on at the top of the standings as Penn State trying to keep everybody in play. Most importantly, trying to keep Penn State in play if they can somehow pull this off.
Man, if they can hang on to this here, got a tie for first, then there's more matches tomorrow. They've got Minnesota. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of volleyball. It's almost over, and there's still a lot of volleyball to be played.
Great energy from the Nittany Lions. Gabby Blossom, by the way, also has a double-double. She's got 10 digs to go with those 47 helpers. Haggerty. Molly Haggerty.
Haggerty just finding a way, finding seams, keeping her composure. I mean, look at that face. I love, she's just stone cold. Hey, I'm just doing my job. I'm not going to get too high emotionally or all over the place. Does a nice job.
12-10, Haggerty leads all players in kills. Every point, breathtaking, means so much. Hilly, Haggerty, through the block of Horde. Horde sets her feet. Cleaned up by Duello. Duello, big swing, denied by Horde, denied by Garrell.
Block coming up big for Penn State right there. In the right spot, knowing where that ball's going after Wisconsin covers the ball. No one's going over here to Duello. Perfectly timed block.
Parker. Penn State 1 point away from victory. Haggerty. Hilly. Blossom. Wello goes through White.
Wisconsin playing some good defense, keeping this ball alive. They're still in this. Penn State knows this. They understand. Ashburn's back there, one of their toughest servers that could force Penn State out of system.
Another match point for Penn State. Blossom